give it a shot, see what it tastes like. At the corner of Northwest Highway and Barrington Road in Barrington, in front of Pizza Factory. A pizzeria that's been here for 49 years in the same location, serving up apparently good pizza according to the locals. So now I gotta go check it out. Let's go get some pizza. When you walk in, the first thing you notice is that Pizza Factory is a full-on shrine to Chicago. Chicago-themed decor everywhere you look. And it's clear it was curated with an eclectic sense of whimsy. That tells you they have a great sense of humor, which is perhaps the most Chicago thing of all. But what's really intriguing is that this place is a Barrington institution. Generations of Barringtonians have turned to Pizza Factory to deliver classic Chicago-style thin-crust pizza since 1976. My question is, how did they keep it going all this time? What's their secret to longevity?
The thing is, we've seen a lot of changes in the community and people, coming in and going. And, we always kind of were that, it's really their go-to Chicago thin-crust pizza, always been here, and it's been consistent for them. And, so I think that's why.
Meet Nick. If Chicago-style thin-crust pizza could talk, you'd hope it would sound just like Nick with his beautiful 24-karat, museum-quality Chicago accent.
I used to be in a 50s and 60s rock and roll band. Yeah. All that stuff. Sometimes, like I said, Friday nights are a little slow sometimes, whatever, you'll hear me singing up there.
Yeah. Nick took over Pizza Factory from his dad. Since then, he's transformed it from a Chicago-style quick-service restaurant to a table-service eatery with homemade cooking.
It was more of a fast food kind of place, counter service, and as the time went on, I said, boy, we better change something up here. I did not mess with the pizza, but everything else was up for grabs. Let's do homemade. Let's go all homemade. Hey, let's do pastas. Let's go back to our roots a little bit. My grandma's sauce recipe. I remember back in the day we started like, let's make our own wing sauces, because everybody's doing their own wing sauce. So we did start with 4. And I'm like, wait, but I found this cool recipe, and let's tweak it, and let's do this, and all right, we got another one. And then it just started ba-boom, 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 and then, hey, let's start bottling them when people want them, and so it started getting fun, and now it's like, people are like, we love your wing sauces, what are you coming out with next? So that's kind of cool. We put on a deep dish pizza. We never did a deep dish before. More ingredients, obviously, stick with the times and the trends. No, I did not mess with the pizza. I didn't touch the pizza.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they've been not fixing their thin crust for almost 50 years, while retaining their institutional status in Barrington. But was it good? I decided to try their factory special, which is the name for their SMOG pizza. So, how was it? Let's give this a try. That is good pizza. Super thin, piled high with toppings. There's a reason this place has been here for 49 years. This is quintessential Chicago thin crust pizza. Let's start with the crust. It's really thin, beautifully brown, and remarkably crisp. But it's more than sturdy enough to stand up to the full load of supreme toppings. There's an arrow cornicione, the fancy term for the untop crust at the edge of the pizza. That never sounds right without an Italian accent. There's a modest sauce ring framing the pizza that might bother a few pizza snobs, but you and I know this is how pizza really is, and what's wrong with that? From there, it's wall-to-wall cheese and toppings, with some browning on the cheese where the toppings allow it. On the Factory Supreme, the green pepper picks up some nice char in spots, while keeping its crunch. The sausage is mild, working with the mushroom and onion to deliver the savor. And the sauce and cheese are exactly what you'd expect for the style, letting the toppings do much of the talking. If you've ever thought about building a time machine to find out what Chicago-style thin-crust pizza tasted like in the 1970s, scrap your engineering drawings, hop in your car, and head to Pizza Factory, where they're still making that pizza today. Totally worth the stop, totally worth the try. Help me help you, Lake County. Like, comment, share, follow, subscribe. Let the algos hear us roar.
I didn't touch the pizza. Thanks for watching. Eat Lake County.
That was awesome.
All right.